Our Storied Insight recognizes that our podcast is in part recorded, written, and edited on the ancestral and unceded homelands of the Hakaminam and the Skohomish-speaking peoples, and are grateful to be participating in our small way towards reconciliation by normalizing these acknowledgements. Join us in learning more through resources made available in this episode's description.
A storied insight. A brave space where one brings their true character to life. Shall we turn the page and begin the next chapter?
Chapter 9. Enigma Ex Machina. As the Athenaeum's alarm ringing wanes, as order resumes in the library, our destined stowaways tumble the shaft into a lifeless floor. In every corner, every wall, on the floor and on the ceiling, assortments of scrying screens of every vintage are on display. Plastered on the nearest scrying screen is a beaming visage of a gaunt, freckled hobgoblin, clad in a suit and tie with sequins like scale mail. Beside them is a formal Aarakocra with iridescent plumage cascading starry speckles between each fringe. The scene below their desk shows massive crowds before a stage in the distance in a cavernous hollow at the base of the infinity, lit by the iridescent shine of massive crystal chandeliers. The deafening roar of the crowds dies as magically projected tallies of votes slow to a trickle.
Shattering news. I am Samuel Zedd with Arcane Eyewitness News. I am here at the Grove inauguration event to determine this term's triumvirate of Naviravan.
And he's here with me, former professor of political science at Academia Illuminatonis, Harrington Foster. For all you constituents at home, it looks like we are coming up on the final tallies for the remaining two praetors now. Due to the overwhelming show of support for Maximilian C. Silvervine of the Ardent Pathways, tens of thousands gathered in attendance when he took to the stage earlier today for his swearing-in ceremony. His campaigning on a strong antitrust, anti-corruption policy has proven incredibly successful. Whew. And it looks like the second candidate votes are finishing up, and our second praetor will soon be revealed.
Hold that thought, darling. It would appear congratulations are in order for Sage Southwood, conduit of the Loaming Domain. Sage Southwood is taking the stage now. Isn't she as radiant as a flower in the sun? Her hair today is a cascade of autumn leaves. Her dress, well, it's from about 10 or so seasons ago, but luckily, everything that is old is new again. She looks like she's trying to hold back rivers of tears as she heads for the light.
Quite a surprising turn, Zedd. Sage Southwood's campaign has been critiqued as being an overly idealistic return towards grassroots organizing efforts. Her inclination towards cross-platform cooperation and her unique linguistic style has raised some eyebrows during the debate forum, but she has gained something of a die-hard following.
Well, isn't that a missed opportunity for a pun? In the event that Aegeus Diehard takes the third spot, wouldn't you say?
I really wasn't trying for a pun.
And it's too late to make that one work. Quiet now, she's about to speak. The applause is finally dying down, and she addresses us for the first time as Praetor of Naviravan.
Hi! Yeah, can everyone just come in a little closer for a sec? I just want to be really real for a minute. We want to thank you so much for being here. This is so groovy. I, Sage Southwood, am caretaker and witness to the natural order. I am so humbled by the spirit of the people. You are the Mind Dreamers. You are all points in a cosmic tapestry, and it's the connections between those points upon which the music of creation vibrates. When the land, its soul, and her dreaming people converge, it creates this beautiful wave. Let that wave ripple across dimensions and bring with it great change. This grove is the ley line of the life stream. On behalf of the being by which I've been made manifest, the Infinitry and I accept the title Praetor of Naviravan.
That's a beautiful first address. You can feel the electricity here at the Grove tonight. The overflow votes are being resorted into the remaining candidates, and it looks like... Yes! We have our third praetor, Aegeus Diehard! Look at that fluffy white hair in the breeze. How can you not melt seeing such a curated face? That cream tan, unblemished skin, those full, kissable lips. He's a half-winter Eladrin elf, but all kinds of...
Well, aside from his good looks and charm, the substance of Mr. Diehard's campaign has been strangely nebulous.
He's striding across the stage now. Look at that ensemble. That three-piece suit is an obvious choice given his...
Mr. Zedd. Maybe some background on his political stance during a election night broadcast would be prudent.
Well, maybe if you could just stay in your lane and respect some seniority, you fussy feathered
I'd like you to keep your hands
chickle of a bird. I will shove my boot so far up your cloaca that...
Oh, God. And we're back. Well, that was certainly enlightening. Mr. Zedd will return for tonight's post-election after-party coverage, and while I wish we had more time to elucidate the details of Mr. Diehard's underlying political philosophy, I am receiving some very urgent hand signaling. What are you trying to... Good heavens! It seems Aegeus Diehard has just collapsed on stage. Medical staff and his support team are racing to his side. To the best of my knowledge, Diehard has not mentioned any health complications in the past, but an incident like this is sure to raise some concerns. It appears one of his team is making their way to the mic right now. She seems remarkably composed given the circumstances. I'm being told that this is his wife? No, that can't be right. When did he get married? Oh, God, he's back. Oh, God damn! Oh, please, get your hands off of me.
Even more shattering news!
I told you I am not to be thrown!
In a shocking turn of events by which I am totally prepared for, the partner of Praetor Diehard is stepping up to the mic. I imagine there's probably some dry political commentary which could tell us if that's allowed, but who cares? She's a stunning woman, every bit a match for her handsome husband. Oh, and it does seem she has something to say. Let's listen in.
I just want to assure everyone that everything is fine. It's just been so hectic over the last few days. We've perhaps been neglecting our self-care. I, the one and only Mrs. Aegeus Diehard, I'm so happy with myself and my husband at the helm to be represented in this new triumvirate. We will guide the path the people of Varitan will walk, a bridge towards the sun. Oh, no, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I know I shouldn't. But the strain has been so much. My child, they are missing. I'm so sorry to do this on a day of celebration, but please, anyone, if you see my child, just bring them back to me. I don't care what it takes. Please bring Lyriel home.
The shock and awe, the words transmitted from the scrying screen, stuns each and every one of your hearts. The rest of the broadcast continues, a flashy, inconsequential melange that fails to permeate the numbness now occupies your thoughts.
As I recall, Rain was like falling from above, from like the chute. So Rain has definitely landed on Vish's head because it's all this like big curls, right? And has like been hiding in this hair from this like horrible giant screen. And it's just like, I hate everything about this. Every single thing about this.
It's fine. I'm sure everything's just fine right now.
Everyone stay close. We cannot be separated more.
I'll like scooch even further down in the hair. Like put it over my head.
Yeah, that actually works out.
Do any of you remember when we lost Lyriel? Because I just saw Sir George get taken, but I'll be honest, I was focused on everything else we were doing, and I don't know where Lyriel is. Lyriel,
Yeah.
Lyriel.
When is the last time any of us saw Lyriel?
Did we even bring this kid in the library? I don't remember even bringing this kid in the library.
Maybe he's still outside trying on jackets.
Where'd everyone go?
So you definitely brought Lyriel with you. They're the
Right.
one who actually stopped Visha from almost burning down the library from the inside.
helpful.
Spontaneous library combustion.
Right.
And the last time all of you, 6 of you were together, was in the elevator.
Oh. Huh.
Where did they go?
Yeah, was there a trap door?
Did the lights go off and flicker and then they were just gone and we were just occupied? Like, is that
Are
what?
they still in there riding the elevator?
Maybe.
Yeah, I will spring off and scoot to that elevator just in case. Just
Open
in
the
case.
door. Click, click.
We did just do all that to get this soul doohickey, and I think it's supposed to tell us where people are. I don't really understand it, but maybe it can help us. Who of us has it? Hold up your hands.
I'll check my robes. Who has?
Oh, Aram, roll me a perception roll real quick.
Perception. +0. That is going to be a 13.
Perfect, you pass. You notice that the Ace of Pentacles card is missing. And that seems to be the only thing missing on you.
Oh, wow. I did a very thorough. Okay, gotcha. I checked everything. I've got like all my stuff laid out on a desk in front of you, and I've categorized everything. I'm missing a single card. Everything else is accounted for.
Is it An important card?
Yeah, it was a business card. Now I have your accent.
His business card. No, they were like, and he,
Burn down a forest all in one.
and he would kind of fan out. They're like tarot cards, right?
It was
Right.
just a
Never mind.
single card.
Okay. And it was like painted right. Yes, yes, it's like a business card. Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna give Visha a like, oh no, look, because we robbed that guy.
Oh, right.
That's right. You did. But you also helped him get rid of like all basically all his competition and feed a bunch of hungry rats.
Right. That was a fair trade, in effect. Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of like tap Visha, like,
Yeah.
So we might want to assess how important this necklace might be, just in case it was maybe a little something extra.
Well, why would they come back for this card and not simply take the thing that was stolen?
Do we still have it?
Do we still have it?
Lay out all your things.
The necklace? Yeah, I mean, go ahead and lay out all
Start
the
laying
things
out
if
just
you
every
want.
single.
Like,
Yeah.
So you've got your stuff laid out. Now I'm laying out my stuff beside
Right.
it.
Yeah. We need 3 tables somehow.
there are 4 things that are specifically hard to put on the table, and maybe each of you don't. They are the items of your destiny. They seem to not want to leave each one of you.
Try repeatedly. This won't come out of the pocket. Right? Yeah.
It's like stuck on your finger,
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah.
It is a stubborn thing. Yep.
But could it have been like a spell? This card? Could this have been something sketchy?
Can I roll Arcana to see if it reminds me of any kind of spell or curse or something?
Yeah. Go
I have a
ahead.
+2, and that is going to be a 9. Well, sorry, a 9 + 2 is 11.
With an 11, you can't. You don't feel like it was a curse or a spell, but you do get a faint whiff of like familiar magic.
Ah, it reeks of magic, but I do not know what kind.
Bad news.
Though to be fair, like, and he would gesture to everything around us, like it seems to be the least magical thing of concern at the moment.
Well, was Vish's character the only one that got stolen from, or that has a missing item?
Yes.
And does it have to do with the deal that they made? Or the bargain?
Yeah.
Do we know that?
I think we just saw Visha talking to himself.
Okay.
It was just normal Visha.
And but you saw Rain react because
Oh,
Rain
yeah.
heard the voice too, but you two didn't.
But Rain knows.
And no, your patron doesn't usually take such things.
It would seem petty, yeah, for them.
We gotta go shake this vendor down. I mean, his card's missing.
Maybe Lyriel took the card.
Possible.
They really liked that jacket. Maybe
It's possible.
maybe they're not much for reading.
Or they just want another jacket.
Well,
Yeah.
either way, we should find them, and then we can ask.
Yeah.
Quicksilver, could you roll me either perception or history? Your choice.
I'm gonna do perception. 10 + 2, 12.
Ah, okay, yes. In the midst of all the chaos, you tend to keep like one eye out for Lyriel just every once in a while. You guys definitely have a connection. And you distinctly remember him hugging every single one of you before you guys left.
Retrospect.
That was
Somewhat
kind of
suspicious.
strange.
It's not that strange.
Yeah.
Lyriel's is an like both affectionate and unaffectionate. Sometimes it's a weird balance.
Makes me feel like they're hiding somewhere because they got scared and we should go find them.
At the same time, you can hear over the PA system.
Attention please. Trial for library rules trespass commencing in 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 11 seconds. Petitioners should make their way to the hearing and justice chambers within the provided assembly time.
Oh no, Sir George.
Must be. Well, it's one of them. Yeah.
He's always getting into trouble.
I mean, what kind of law we got here? Can we just jailbreak this guy in a little bit? Because, like, It's a skill set I got.
You dig underground.
Can that compass point us towards this jury room?
Have any of you tried to use the compass?
Who has it? Did we?
No, we don't know.
No.
Everything's out on the table, so no
Right.
one has it.
Oh, it's right there.
Ah, well, you found it, so I guess you have the best sense of direction.
Oh, I will pick it up. It's quite delicate, so I will pick it up gently and then give it a little shake, see if anything happens. And then I'll whisper, Lyriel and or Sir George and or a jury room.
Perfect. You
When you pick it up and shake it, you notice that it starts out as a sphere. And you notice that there are two circle bands crossing, and they have the numbers on them.
This thing's gonna make us do math.
Oh no.
When you shake it, the numbers shift. That's when Visha get a flash of what you read before. You got the compass.
Right.
It's not open.
Oh.
When the puzzle is solved and the rings align, the eclipse is cleared and its inner core is open.
You are gonna make us do math.
Or just like solve a riddle. It could be a riddle.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
not gonna be a riddle.
Well, I've said this and it did nothing, and I said, I think it's broken, and I'll toss it to Quicksilver.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna stare at it. I'm trying to picture it in my mind. So it's like in the size of a hand, and it has like two concentric circles. This is what it's like.
Yes, it is the size of a sphere in your hand,
Okay.
and it has two bands that have number like 0 through 9. And when that sphere is tossed to you, all the numbers shift.
Oh.
And in fact, the compass even changes color slightly.
Ooh. Just because of me, or when it's tossed off to anybody?
You'll have to try.
I want to take out my mirror that helped them see me and see if I reflect it onto this thing, if any of the numbers move.
Is that the what you are hoping will happen?
Yeah, I want to see if anything happens if I reflect it back.
Okay. Make an insight roll.
11 plus 4, 15.
Yeah, you can see the numbers shift and change. Like the bands are shifting and changing and changing and changing. And they land on, just give me a number between 1 and 100.
9.
When it lands on 9, a slight force weighs you down a little bit, and you take 1 point of damage. You are getting the sense that this is not the right combination.
If I toss it over to Rain.
Yeah, I definitely like bap it back and forth a bit. And then catch it.
When you toss it over to Rain, the numbers shift and spin and shift and spin, and it's not just that the color changes, the texture changes. It becomes very hard, very calcified.
So can I move the numbers as well? Like, can you like manually change them?
Yes.
So I'm gonna like start listening to it and doing the like code breaker, like seeing if the clicks sound any different. Do they sound any different?
They sound. It is. Even with your amazing hearing, it's very hard to discern it, but they slightly do, and then one really does. Just give me a number between 1 and 100.
77.
77. The one that you have landed on is not the right number. Please take 1 point of damage. And that click that you would want to hear sounds very far.
I will like how am I taking the damage? Like, did it shock me or did it like suck it out of me or what?
Little bite.
Did it bite you?
Maybe the two bands like overlap and like snap on you a little bit.
Pinch your finger.
Yeah. Your finger just weirdly got pinched, as nimble as they are.
I like toss it at Visha. Just
Catch it. Look at it. Do my little eye thing. Clouds roll over. Try and read it. Does it decipher in any other way?
The sphere becomes a little bit more amorphous, a little bit burnt almost.
Burnt.
Pick a number between 1 and 100.
99.
That's when you hear in your ear. Not so clever today, are you? But you'll get it. You're far off, though.
Am I damaged?
No.
No. Okay. Then, all right, if it's burnt, if I can see it as burnt, then I am going to hold it tight and then cast a firebolt, like up and through it.
Tricia!
Up and through it. What are you hoping happens with this?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Like he's just experimenting at this point, but he does not know. So he'd cast a firebolt and then immediately follow up with control flames and just try and just keep manipulating heat and level of flame, different, so like it's like rolling through like a white flame to a blue flame to a yellow. Like he's just experimenting and seeing if something happens. If it starts to melt or be destroyed, he will stop.
As you do that, Algernon just shakes his head and turns and starts looking for a second soul compass in the shelves.
The compass is fine and actually resistant to this. Like it seems absolutely okay, but the numbers do shift. Not looking good, are you? Do you need a hint?
Yes. He's just annoyed at this point. Yes, please.
Rain is definitely just watching him talk to himself, like...
Like I said, you're far off, but I often forget how odd you are.
99 was closer, though. Yes?
He just laughs in the smoke and the fade.
19.
Please take 2 damage.
True. I don't know if that's better or worse, but he's like, like it just singes his fingers.
Maybe we should get one of these robots and hook it up to them and let them take the damage.
It's a very good idea. He would immediately drop it on the tables. It just smolders.
What are you doing? Get it back.
It's very hot.
Get it back.
It's very hot.
So disappointing. You were so close.
We will figure it out together. Hang on. I'm being spoken to. He's very mad. But your idea does sound much better. Hook it up to the machine.
So let's kidnap us a robot.
Quicksilver boops and bops and goes and flirts with another robot and makes it think it's coming back to my place. And then I just lead it to a trap.
Classic robot gambit.
You do find one. It is in fact the one that you met earlier. It's Lib.
Query. Why are you beeping? Observation. Your infrared sensors appears to be non-functional.
I like Lib.
Wait, were we putting the compass inside Lib? Is that what the plan was to have?
You just went to go get Lib.
Okay.
So Lib is like off trying to, rearrange things, cleaning protocols. You guys did mess up the library.
Let's tell Lib it'll take us to a library card. I feel like a library robot is going to be helpful with numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe instead of having Lib lead, I won't lead Lib back. I will take to the what's the desk at the front of the library called when you like information desk or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the information
I
desk.
have Lib take me there, and then I ask if there's a book that has anything to do with this compass. I don't know. Do you have a picture of it, or can I show Lib the compass?
It's cooled down by now, yeah.
Please make me a perception roll.
4 + 2, 6.
Ooh. It might just be the weirdness of your transformation magics, but as you start heading down, you hear the last boom of a far-off elevator, and you could swear that you saw some, fluffy whiteness with a blackness just head out the door. But at the information desk, the label will say,
Accessing request. Relevant reference materials can be found on floor 555 under catalog number 4701. Thank
How far away are we from floor 555? Can I go up there?
You, it takes you a while to get from, you guys basically were from floor 777, went down the Maldrone Express elevator back to there. So it's 55 floors up from you. 555. That's, yes, that's where you started, yes. With finding the soul compass, yes.
Oh, that would be good then, because they're probably in the same collection. Am I by myself, or are there folks following me? I'm by myself.
We're all like hiding around a bookshelf.
I assume that you went by yourself because it is weird to have non-Maldrones right now. Yes. But there are lots and lots of Maldrones everywhere. They're trying to clean this place, trying to make little upgrades, do everything they can before everything gets opened. But you definitely see these pentadrone enforcers with like 5 arms, just like looking for any signs of weirdness from everybody. And you also notice that there's lots of checkpoints that they will be scanning things.
Okay. I have an idea. So I'm gonna go to the information desk, and I'm gonna act so cool. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey Bob, hey Jim," just like walking down like a little Maldrone, like with my little coffee cup, pretending like I'm cleaning every now and then to blend in. And then I'm gonna go to this collections desk that has the book, and rather than take the book, I want to put it on my spell shard, which is like my item that can contain information.
Love it.
And it's locked away so that I can get back with it.
Yes, absolutely. Can you tell me what it's like as you are scanning through this book with your Maldron mind and accessing the spell shard and using your chaos magic all at the same time?
Ooh. It's like the pages are flipping really, really fast like they do in the movie, and it's like, but I'm consuming everything. I can just look at a page, it's all digested and immediately copied over onto the spell shard. And the spell shard gets like a little bit heavier with each bit of information that gets added to it, so I can tell when it's filling up. And I feel like everyone around me is kind of whizzing and being busy, but there's like such intense focus, and I'm like zoned in on the shard. So I'm just paying attention. I'm just like in my own little world.
It's beautiful that you did that. To a normal Maldron, it might be a conflict error, but for anybody else, for any biological being, it's a beautiful coincidence. You kind of, as you're doing that, you're also reading a little bit of Haven's journal. And he does mention some of these artifacts that maybe, recalling the days when he spent with Sir George. They visited this place together, and things like that. And essentially, between the book that you uploaded to the shard and the journal, you get the sense that because the compass is so unique to the wielder, it is a puzzle per person.
Interesting.
And if you want to spend more time, like, trying to decipher more of these things, you're welcome to.
I mean, why not? See if I could get a little bit more hint. Do I wait for my next round, though? I'll just stay up here?
Yeah, if you wish to just stay up there, it might take a little bit longer if you try to run and do it, or you can rejoin them.
I think I'll come rejoin, and then I'll come back. I could slide back in there easily. So I'll come back, also still being very cool about everything. And then I tell everybody that we each have our own little passcode that we have to figure out for ourselves.
But
that's all I know.
We only need one person to figure it out to get the kid, right?
I think it's whoever has it, whatever their heart's desire is.
Right.
So who wants what? I don't even know what I want half the time. I'm hungry. Where's some pancakes?
I'll offer you a leak.
Thanks, little guy. That's great.
It's like a pancake. Yeah.
A long green pancake.
I mean, we can cook out, but I don't think the Modrons are gonna like that.
Yeah. I'll take the compass back, and I want to roll insight as I'm looking at it, but insight of myself.
Therapist approach.
I want to roll reflection.
You are welcome to do that straight up, or you are welcome to do that with your Orison table.
Ooh, yeah, I'll do my Orison.
Go ahead and roll your Orison with advantage. And if you have like a quick little mantra, prayer, anything that you say during all of this?
I think I'm still kind of getting my hang of the Orison thing. I'm also scanning my character sheet. This is where my prayer is answered based on the roll.
Yes, essentially.
So I will hold the compass and say, the world is full of those in need of protection, but right now I can only handle one. Please help me find Sir George. And I'll roll my d4. It's a 4.
You are feeling that strong bond of faith between you two. And you could almost feel his emotions and maybe for brief moments see through his eyes. You see him going up so many stairs willingly at this point. And instead of being afraid, he's more resolute. And the last thing you see is floor 985. But he's moving past it, going up.
Okay. I blink. I say, I still don't really understand this compass, but I think I connected with Sir George. They're taking him up. I saw him on floor 985. I'm assuming probably they're going to take him up all the way to the top because that seems like a good story. So he's probably going to 999. I guess we don't need this compass. I can just mind meld with him.
Just chucks it over your shoulder. Oh, well. If it goes up to 999, he's above 985, like, open the elevator, and Visha would just run his finger up every floor between, this will be, 986 to 999. We stay in the elevator. We poke our heads out in each floor. If they're there, great. If not, get back in and just hit every one until we're at the top.
That's a great idea.
So that's the plan you announced?
Yes.
That's the plan you
Should
announced?
we, just in case, pretend to be hostages of the Modron or dress up as books?
Yes. Dressed up as whichever way you feel most comfortable.
I'm a rabbit, so
We could put a bunch of books on one of those rolly shelves.
Yes.
And put it in the elevator, and we can all duck behind it.
Oh, we need a rolly shelf, 100%.
I'll definitely grab a book and, punch little sleeves.
Yes.
And, put it
Yes.
on. Yeah.
The library will be very upset, but it's already mad at us, so why not? Let's go. We need a cart, though, hands down.
Yeah, you're going to have to find some means because there are lots of checkpoints.
Right, okay.
They did just go through a whole security thing.
Right, okay, right, okay. So, well, clearly Rain could hide on a cart rather easily, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's us. How do we, yeah. Okay, are there boxes? Since they're all cleaning up, are they unpacking new shelves or are there cardboard or the equivalent of boxes anywhere?
Yeah.
We were on a floor full of artifacts. Surely some of them were in packaging.
Who's got paint? Does anyone have paint or crayons or pencils or anything?
Yeah, there's way back in the corner. There are definitely
just a lot of bubble wrap.
It's like a kid's wing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Visha would take one of the boxes and he'd do the same thing Rain did where he'd poke holes in the sides of it, then get a smaller box and put it over his head, and he would turn towards our Modron companion and be like, boop to beep, boop to beep.
Modrons understand common. It's okay.
This could work. Is all. It's made work.
Hold on. You need something on there, and I'll draw big ears and really paint up your Modron costume.
If you didn't eat the leek, I'll split it and stick it on the antenna.
Oh, flawless! Yes,
so good.
Yeah,
it's lucky for you that the few archivists of the place are very elegant, almost fancy, if you will. So you might actually have a chance of blending in as an archivist construct. Yes.
I'll look at Quicksilver's robot arms. Quicksilver, how strong are you feeling?
Pretty strong.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fine. I want to find one of those moving trolleys that I'm gonna put on all my armor and my helm as though I am a suit of armor and stand on this rolly thing so that you can be the Modron putting me on display.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Good.
This is a quality of a
Oh, should we borrow your cloak for Visha? I probably could have done better than cardboard.
I mean, we're already...
We could do cardboard, we got the fancy clothes.
Lisa's already pretty invested. He's like, well, I mean, we could, but...
But because then we got the structure
baton.
underneath, we've got like the maquette and the bones, and then we put the cloak on top.
Oh, it's fair.
I think I look better with
get
the
it.
clothes.
He doesn't want to give it back.
Wrapping in tinfoil.
All right, foolproof. We're fine.
All right. Just a reminder that Quicksilver does have the map of the entire library in their head.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, Quicksilver, welcome back. Is there any floor above 985 where the jury might be taking place for Sir George?
Okay, can I check my shard and see what comes back?
Yes.
Important follow-up question.
Yeah.
Is there an execution chamber? Or a plinth for hanging? Or anything like this?
Can we take the jury to the execution chamber? Solve two problems.
Oh my god. You guys, this got weird real fast. It's got weird real
We're not going
fast.
to kill the jury. We're going to have a conversation.
Very
That's all.
talking
I'm
to.
just like, is Sir George going to go to jail for a couple
Yeah.
days? Are they going to kill him? I'm just a little concerned.
One question at a time.
jury you got here?
Quicksilver, what's going through your head, and I will answer them.
Yeah, I want to start with, is there like a floor above 999 where, what was your original question, Algernon?
Yeah, if there's a floor above 985.
Oh, 985.
That is a jury, executioner, anything like that.
Okay, yes, I want to check and see the directory of the library, if a room exists.
Technically, the library ends at floor 1000, but there is a floor 1001. It is not quite a jury's room. It's not an executioner's room. You can't exactly read it. It's almost like those documents that are like blacked out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It just says,
Redacted.
yeah, it's redacted. The words that aren't redacted are the prime core.
Prime core.
Yes, it is the prime core : redacted.
Okay, I feel like we need to get up there.
Yeah.
If anything, it's probably like a snazzy executive office on the top floor, but there would be snacks and it's safe. But maybe we'll find something else.
Can the book I have chosen to wear as disguise be a legal text? Just in
Absolutely. I love this.
Awesome.
I love where this is going. Oh my god, I love where this is going. This got amazing. Okay. Yeah. What were your other questions about the map of this place?
I don't know if I want to know about an executioner's room. It sounds scary. I don't think I would need that information to get upstairs.
Okay.
Is there a secret elevator that gets us to that floor if it's not connected to the rest of the floors?
I don't think you've done an investigation. Roll me an investigation, please.
12 plus 2, 14.
All right. Yes. Different side of this floor, but there is kind of like a service elevator of sorts. It is more secure, but that might be what you're looking for.
Okay, that feels very promising. What do you all think?
Sounds like we could get around some of security, maybe, or have access to things that the normal elevator wouldn't have. Yeah, that sounds like a solid idea.
Okay, so I start pushing Algernon and his armor suit, and then we have the little box and the book moving down the hallway.
Flawless plan.
Nothing to see
I guess
here.
if you're an archivist, you're holding the book.
Nothing to see here. Beep boop.
Beep.
Beep boop boop.
Yes.
Visha's accent completely goes away. He's pretending to be a Motra. Beep and or boop.
Yes, you guys make it to the service elevator. You see, like, the Maldrons are very good at every single task they are given. In fact, this place doesn't look like anything's happened to it at all. Although some alarms have been raised because there's a missing artifact. So yeah, you guys are before this elevator.
Can I press the button?
Absolutely.
I press the button. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Does the elevator make the noise, or do you make the noise?
It's the elevator.
Nice.
It's the elevator, and
I mirror it. But like half a second behind to show that I'm really not a Muldrum.
And
Awesome.
it opens, but it's not empty. There is an archivist there with a few tomes themselves.
Beep boop.
They just like turn their head and look at you.
What a system fault. My power cells are exhausted. You must be headed to the repair floor.
Beep boop.
Our favorite floor.
The shade.
Close the door, please.
Beep, beep, boop, beep. You step inside. That awkward elevator shuffle, you know?
Yeah. Just looking straight ahead.
This is a particularly odd elevator. It is, we're just going to call it a quantum elevator. It doesn't go strictly up or down or in sequential order.
It's a walk-evator. Yeah, awesome. Can we see, like, are they clear walls, or is it just we're in a box and we have a sense of movement?
You're in a box and you have a sense of movement at this time.
Gotcha. Are there buttons inside this box?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
But they're all over the place. There's a couple on each wall.
Right.
Is 1001 even on?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Yeah.
Does it even have a button?
There's no numbers, actually. No, well, I mean, there's only 2 numbers everywhere. It's all just zeros and ones.
Okay.
I was looking at like 1.
Can we make 1,000 out of a combination of these numbers if they were all pressed at the same time?
You're welcome to try, but you might raise a little alarm bells as long as this archivist is on there.
As long as there's something to keep him busy. One of us is to keep.
Okay.
I'll keep him busy, right?
Cool.
Right. Visha kind of gives you all a big nod and like lifts the box as he faces you, gives you a big nod and wink, turns to the archivist and beep boop, beep boop.
What
beep
are you?
boop.
What's your system failure? I do not understand your request.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Please install a language set, perhaps common.
They would just put one robot finger up. Beep boop beep. 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 And he just do that for the next 3 minutes to keep the guy occupied.
Have we heard an intercom? We've heard an intercom in here before, right?
Yes.
So, and I have thaumaturgy. So I'm going to go ahead and thaumaturgy up top. All working archivists, please report to floor 1001.
Ooh.
That's such a good plan.
So good.
Really good.
Please.
Much better than mine.
Please roll me that. Roll me your choice of persuasion or deception. Let's see how well this goes. That was brilliant, by the way.
So smart.
That's only 10.
Can I be assisting because I'm distracting him so he's not paying as much attention, or they're not paying as much attention as they would?
I would normally say yes, but these are beings of complete order.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm being very chaotic. So,
which is very. Are you sure you want to do that? Because that would raise some real flags.
My tides of chaos are also going off. Can they add like a little bit of chaos to this elevator to like bolster Aram's chaos?
I'm liking all these ideas.
Okay.
They're all solid ideas.
I will let this happen, but in order for your tides of chaos to go off, you have to be casting a spell or like using your magic in some way. So what are you casting to make this happen?
I am. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm casting a spell to, because I have a history with research and archives anyway. I'm like trying to transfer this archivist's information into mine, like create this like free flow of their thoughts into mine and mine into theirs in order to help distract them. I take all of the good stuff and then I leave them with chaos.
All right. So magic Wi-Fi, you got it. Please, please. I want you to use up one of your spell slots and then roll me a D100. Or I can roll it, whatever one you want.
Okay. Does it matter if it's first or second level?
Second levels, they're your higher, more powerful spells, essentially.
Okay, cool. All right. And then a D... What did you say?
A D100.
Ooh, okay. Woohoo. A 5 and a... 54.
54. It's a great thing you hit that because you are actually going to be immune to effects that would not just intoxicate you, but also just like infect you. So that chaos virus that you could upload it, could double back, but it's a good thing you hit that. Could you elaborate more, just like narratively? I want to see it in my head, like how this is going.
Okay, so me taking the information from the archivist?
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like I close my little robot eyes, and you just see like some sparks coming out of my head, and then you see the sparks appear in the archivist's head. Like there's something happening in this space, but it's only like a little bit of static that's going in on our minds.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, you just feel like there's like information emptying out of its head, the archivist's, like a tide going in, and then it keeps like swelling back with information that's like useful. Nothing's useful, it's just crap gets like pushed back into their mind, and then in my mind the static goes away and the archivist's mind keeps having the static and the chaos.
Yes, absolutely. And that's when you see the archivist going,
Is this color? Is this what those bio-illogicals experience? It's so wonderful and horrible and so much. My processors, they are overclocking. Is this what healing for life? Is this what it is like to be alive?
and they completely first shut down, but then they disintegrate.
Oh. How are we gonna get to 4001?
You know how now.
Oh, okay. I just stole their life force.
Yeah, like
Information is
Sylvie.
power.
Information is power. And when you take all the order from something that is existent solely on order, what's left? You know?
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh, I feel complicated about that.
Welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, my actions had consequences.
Did the archivist leave any bits behind?
They're what would be their
Like, did they fully disintegrate, or did they like fall apart?
yes, disintegrated. But there's like a cloak of sorts that would make sense, better gears that would make sense. So you can upgrade your cardboard if you wish.
neat. I will scavenge the bones and make a better suit.
I will also add this other bit. There is a mask that all archivists wear. It is to basically show the facial expressions a bit.
Right.
So there's that is left.
If I wear the mask over the box, does it project my facial expressions properly as if I was a Modron?
Have you tried it?
We could probably lose the box, man, and just stick some gears on it.
This is fair. That's actually probably, yes, that makes more sense. You would remove the box, put the mask on, put a gear over each ear like Princess Leia. Good to go.
Roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Sure, that's gonna go great.
Let's go with like a DC 14.
I have a plus 2.
Here, I'm so impressed with this. I give you a slap on the back and bless you.
Thank you. What does that do for me? Oh, extra D4. Perfect. So the roll is 15 plus 2 is 17. Might as well see if I nail it. So, and then that's an additional 2. So 19 total.
Nice. Would you say that you succeeded with your magic or not?
I don't understand the question.
Yes, I'm saying yes, you
I-
succeeded, but how did you succeed?
Well, through teamwork. That's how we succeed. It was through okay, so Vish had like some really bad memories recently and some bad dreams about some experiences in this orphanage. However, there were also some very, very good experiences. And when he was younger, he was adopted by a couple of the older kids who used to play a dress up with him. So for this moment, for this like small moment, as he's pretending to be a robot, despite the fact that this is a very serious thing and we need to survive, like for a moment, he's able to kind of re-enter this place, this fun little place, of whimsy. And I think that that's why they're able to succeed.
Well, you get story inspiration because that gave me feels. Yeah. So screw you get story inspiration. How dare you? Oh,
Getting all the assists today because it's so good.
It's like on a test where you didn't study for, and there's that essay part that you can just bullshit your way through. It's perfect.
Yeah. It mask fits you perfectly, and instead of fighting your magic, it's working with it, and it's projecting not just onto your face, but a little bit onto your body as well. So,
Cool.
So the bits of you that were flesh now have this kind of porcelain shine to it.
Neat.
Cool.
Do they kind of glow underneath like Tron?
If that's exactly what you want, then yeah. Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. You get all the Tron lights for sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
Good rave look.
Exactly. Yeah. Just slowly fades from purple to pink like it's an LED inside a computer, right?
Did you hit the button?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Who hit the buttons?
Oh, I don't know. Who could? Who was able to? Who?
Hopefully Quicksilver.
Yeah.
By all means, hit those buttons. And there's it is a sequence, of course, and you were very tempted with hitting these other auxiliary buttons. Do you hit them?
I'm so tempted, but I don't.
Okay.
We've got such a party in this elevator. I feel like these buttons are making like EDM music, like beep beep beep.
Yeah. Vicious beeping booping adds to like the bass of the beeping booping. Like a rave.
You gotta start just playing that shoot like a washboard. Like
when you hit the last button, that's when the whole gravity of the elevator seems to shift. Even though you guys were really close, it now looks like briefly like you're miles apart. That the walls fade, that you are zipping through planes and universes and emotions and colors that you've never seen before hitting the last.
So, like, as the doors open up, do we get sucked back, like, in each other's relative space, like we're really far apart, ding, and then we just get pulled together all of a sudden? It's like a reverse zoom, but we're actually feeling it in reality. Yeah.
Are there any other Modrons around?
Not that you can see, no.
Okay. Then I pull out the compass again and I say, Sir George, we're coming for you. This is my entire heart's desire, because after we find you and Lyriel and figure out what's going on with the Infinity, then we can probably get some good brunch. Okay. Sir George, what's my number? And I just vibe with it.
You vibe with it, or vibe with Sir George, or vibe with, like, what do you...
I vibe with Sir George and my heart.
Yeah. I vibe with my heart.
And I just kind of spin the two bands without even, like, picking a number.
Without even picking a number, okay? But
flawless.
The number is gonna land somewhere.
I'm hoping you choose that.
You want me to choose it?
Or I can roll for it.
Okay, I want you to narrate some visions that you are seeing. And then I'll decide.
Cool.
Okay. I spin the rings. I think, at first, like, I'm kind of tugged in a couple different directions. But it kind of, like, cycles from, like, the home I grew up, to pancakes, to Sir George, to our group. And then it, like, speeds up and is more like Sir George, kind of what I'm picturing the jury room to be, picturing him, like, in danger, wanting to protect him, getting a flash occasionally of Haven and this kind of feeling of, like, Haven's protection also, like, being involved, because they would still be invested in Sir George. And then, like, the last thing is just this picture of only Sir George's face. And he does look resolute, but also a little alone.
Give me a perception roll real quick.
17.
Very nice. The vision was absolutely lovely and breathtaking. And did I hear you right? That there was something about pancakes?
Yes.
When you think about it, how many were there?
6.
Very close. There were 7.
There were 7. I have a hard time counting pancakes.
You didn't count the one that you were
So
eating.
thin.
You didn't count the one that you were eating.
Yeah.
Then you picture Haven and you're in the forest and you notice you count the trees. 7. And then You were sitting and drinking with Sir George. This bunch of empty glasses. There were 7.
Well, I stopped the bands right at 07.
You already tried a number, so it's before, so please take 2 damage. That's when you hear
Faith. It's such a beautiful thing. You were so far off, but I could help you if you want.
Do not answer that.
But
Leave them.
they're gonna help.
Their help always comes at a cost. If you wish to bargain with me.
You were so close, but you just gave up. What left do you have to bargain? You don't have any hope.
I'm pretty beat. Like, I'm a little beat up, right? Like I've clearly been injured, and holding this thing didn't help. But he would put his hand out one more time for it, and he's gonna grip it. What's the last number I said? Where it's 2 points of damage. It was 19, right?
correct. But the last thing he said to you at 19,
right,
was you were so close.
So close. Okay. You know what? Then he holds it. 20.
No, you're odd.
Right.
Sorry, not insulting, but
very helpful. No. 21.
Because I like that you did that, and I want to keep it. I'm going to say that that did happen, and you took the damage. I'm going to so please take 3 damage for hitting 20.
Right. Gotcha. 3. Oh. Okay. Yep. I mean, you can now like bruises are just appearing under Visha's skin with his arm and shoulder, maybe even on his neck. The blood vessels in his eyes have gone, so they're just reddening and bursting. Maybe one little trickle of blood coming down his nose, and he grips it tighter. 21.
Take 4 damage, and that's when your patron laughs a little bit.
Oh. This help is not worth the cost.
He's taking. No, he doesn't let go.
How are you less than 19?
How am I less?
Does that?
Than when?
Does that mean you get more damage when you're closer to the number?
That's what he's assuming. He's assuming the more damage he takes is when he gets closer. So he would fight, and then he would just grit his teeth, and he would say 23.
You sure?
No, I think it's
gonna be 17.
Go ahead.
Is it gonna be 17?
It might
17?
20. All right. Was the last? Please take 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
You said 20. You said 23, right?
Yeah,
so please take 5 damage.
Oh, so he just kind of falls to his knees.
How much life do you have left?
2 hit points. And weakly gives it up. Like just can't go any further.
I lay my hands on you, and I pour my lay on hands pool, and I say, "You got this." But I give you, 15 hit points back.
Wow.
Excellent. Okay. 15. That takes me up to 17. Unless someone stops him. Yeah.
17 seems like a good number, Visha.
He would pause and he would take a deep breath.
17.
The whole world seems to fade away briefly, and the smoke seems to even fade. The core seems to briefly melt for you. And this compass opens.
Yes.
Neat.
But you are by yourself right now.
Drat.
You see 2 figures approach you, though.
Like in the darkness?
Yes. And as they come into vision, they look exactly like you. One a lot more weary, a lot more broken, a lot more faded in the eyes. And the other one, lighter, hopeful, beaming.
Definitely don't trust that one. There's no way.
Roll me a d6 real quick.
That's going to be 3.
They're reflecting back you. But why can't you look away from them?
Do I have the compass still?
When you look down, that's what you seem to be standing on.
It's like all around us, like there's big, huge hoops, like just kind of sweeping over.
Nice. All right. It's all around you.
Like in contact, like when they're inside. So he would look at himself. What are you?
We are the poles of your heart.
What is it that I desire?
What is it that you desire?
This game was nowhere. So just tap his foot, angrily. He's very exhausted with riddles. Does not like riddles. It's never been his thing, and it's just one riddle after the next. He's frustrated. And so just, I do not understand. Cannot someone simply tell me what we need to know? Can someone not tell you what you need to know? And you just very, like, even they seem frustrated now. They're reflecting his frustration back at him. And he would just, he just looks like, is there anything else in this room?
It seems pretty endless.
He just pushes them. He just steps forward, shoves them aside, summons light, and just like walks into the darkness to see if anything changes at all.
Your light starts getting stronger and stronger and stronger, but your body seems to fade, actually. Your light becomes a sun, casting on a mountain.
Okay. He's just walking through the darkness, and it's very dark for a while except for this light. The light keeps growing brighter, then leaves his hand at some point and becomes this sun, but it's a sun in eclipse over a three-pointed mountain that almost seems like a crown. And that vision fades, and the sun opens up and becomes this doorway, possibly in stone, possibly in a tree, surrounded by branches covered in red flowers. In the middle of that is some sort of cloaked figure with long skeletal arms and a head like a glowing glass bulb. That bulb flashes with light, and he puts his hand up for a moment, and butterflies spill out of it. These translucent, multicolored, shimmering creatures, almost as if when there's a sheen of oil on water and you get that translucent rainbow. It's like that, but they're butterflies. Their wings are shifting in color as they fly all around him. One gets right into his face and kind of breaks over him, and then his footsteps are on water, and he's walking along the surface of a lake at night. And in the middle of the lake, there's a rowboat. There's people on it. He can't see who they are. He's walking towards them just as the moon breaks out from the clouds. There's a flash of light, and then he's back.
As you do that, that's when you can feel your patron just almost hug you. I knew you were clever. Then fades away.
Our Storied Insight is a blended audio drama and actual play podcast using D&D 5th edition. Our table is a brave space where players have a chance to rewrite the very stories they tell to themselves. You can tell us your stories via our socials. Our Storied Cast on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, and our Storied Insight on YouTube and TikTok. You can also support new chapter episodes on Patreon at patreon.com/ourstoriedinsight. Please consider rating the show, writing a review, and sharing with friends. In this chapter, our players are
Milo as Lagobean,
Rachael as Quicksilver,
Aram as Vishakapar Zakarian,
Tricia McGarrah as Algernon Bouquet,
and Allonté Barakat as this story's keeper. Additional voice talents include
Cory Knapp as Samuel Zedd,
Izzy Braumberger as Professor Harrington Foster,
Dana Ebert as Sage Southwood,
Natalie Gordon as Athenaeum Alarm and Athenaeum Archivist,
Jacob Reset as Lib the Monodrone.
This chapter was edited by Izzy Braumberger. A special thanks goes out to the music of the many amazing and talented artists compensated by Artlist.io. Find their names in the episode's description.